About to hear belongs to one of these men.
Tell her for me, I'm tired of trying. You know you still do. Tell her for me, I'm through feeling. That's why you think of her.
What is your name, please?
My name is Adam Wade.
What is your name, please?
My name is Adam Wade.
What is your name, please?
My name is Adam Wade.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one is the real Adam Wade, and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. Now, returning from vacation, here is our host, Bud Collier.
Thank you, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth, brought to you this week by Arid Cream Deodorant, America's largest selling deodorant. Don't be half safe, be completely safe. Use Arid Cream Deodorant to be sure. Before anything else, may I take just a moment to thank my good friend Robert Q. for sitting in for me so that I could go away for this wonderful vacation I just had. Now let's meet our panel. First, Miss Polly Bergen. Next, Mr. Don Amici. Then substitute for vacationing Kitty Carlisle, a wonderful actress, newcomer to our panel, but not to me. We're proud to welcome the young star of television series Lassie right now, and enjoying it, I'll bet, Miss June Lockhart. And finally, Mr. Tom Poston. June, it's a real pleasure to have you with us.
Bud, my delight to be here with you.
Good. All right, let's all follow along with this first copy of the affidavit, shall we, panel? I, Adam Wade, am currently headlining as a vocalist at a well-known New York East Side supper club. My first record, Tell Her For Me, recently hit the bestseller lists. Although my second record has just been released, I'm well on my way in a career as a singer, all my background and training pointed in an entirely different direction. I majored in science at Virginia State College, where I was also the captain of the basketball team. Soon after college, I went to work in a polio research laboratory at the University of Pittsburgh. My job involved the growth, reproduction, and distribution of healthy tissue cells. I worked under the direction of Dr. John Salk, discoverer of the polio vaccine. Signed, Adam Wade. Well, you heard these three gentlemen all claiming to be Adam Wade, lab technician turned singer. Gentlemen, you all ready to play our game? Very well, let's start this first round then of questions. Polly Bergen. Polly?
Thank you, Bud. Number one, who is your agent?
Lenny Gaines.
Lenny Gaines. And number two, who is your agent?
Lenny Gaines.
Number three, yours?
Lenny Gaines.
Number one, where is Coraopolis Heights?
I don't know.
Number two, where is Coraopolis Heights?
I believe it's outside of Pittsburgh.
I beg your pardon?
Heights?
Yes.
I believe it's outside of Pittsburgh.
Number three, do you know where Coraopolis Heights is?
That's correct. It's outside of in the south side.
Number two, there's a city right across the river from Coraopolis Heights. Could you name that city for me?
I believe it's Sewickley.
Number one, it said here that you worked with Dr. Salk. Could you tell me, when did he discover Salk vaccine?
It was officially announced in 55. Actually, he discovered it in 53.
I see. No.
Don Amici.
Number two, how many bars in a standard song?
How many bars?
Yes.
I believe there are 32.
Number three.
I'm not a musician. I really don't know.
Number one, what is the release? Number two?
A release. I couldn't say for sure.
Number three, what is a zone defense in basketball?
Defense is primarily where the players are. They have a designated place to cover on the court.
Number two, is it permissible to have 2-on-1?
Yes.
June Lockhart.
Number two, what is the height of the tallest basketball player currently?
7'1.5", I believe.
Number three, who invented penicillin?
I don't know.
Number 1, who invented penicillin?
That I don't know.
Number 2, for what is the drug placebo used?
Placebo? I'm afraid I don't know.
Number 3, how many, all right, no, I passed to Tom. Thank you.
Thank you.
You get some extra time, Tom. All right, Tom, post it.
Thank you. Number 3, what is goaltending?
Goaltending is usually charged to a man who is usually very tall and he positions himself by the goal to block all shots and he disregards all other of the game.
Thank you. Were you working with Dr. Salk when the announcement was made of the polio vaccine discovery?
No, I began working just after that.
Are you familiar with that year, 1955?
And that was when the announcement officially came out.
How many announcements were made? Number 2, please. How many announcements were made of the discovery of the Salk vaccine?
To tell you the truth, I really don't know. There were numerous announcements made, but I haven't kept track of how many there were.
Did I understand?
That's it, panel. It's time to vote, if you will, please, without consultation. Mark your ballots, and in so doing, as usual, select number 1, number 2, number 3. The team of challengers will get $250 for every incorrect vote. Okay, everybody voted?
I'm not really...
All right, Polly, have you voted? For whom did you vote?
I voted for number 2. First of all, he...
Match Game
and Hollywood Squares.
2 great games
that game great together.
We're off and running. The Match Game Squares Hour. Tell me everything in these movies.
Coriopolis Heights, and then he knew that the city across the river was Swickley, and the other, I then leaned toward number 3 because he also knew the Coriopolis Heights number, but he sort of fell apart on a couple of other answers.
On what?
I think.
Okay, Don, your vote, please.
I voted for number 3, Bud, and if I know an answer, I'm not aware of it.
June, which one is the one that you picked?
I voted for number 3 because penicillin was invented by, or discovered rather, by Sir Alexander Fleming, and placebo is not a drug at all. It is just a sort of a sugar substance which is used to pacify the patient and make him think he's taking pills. Especially I voted for number 3 because he said he wasn't a musician, so perhaps I think he really rather fancies himself still as a polio research laboratory man.
Okay, Tom, what about your vote?
I voted for number 3. But, and that's a fact. I'm not sure, but I think I would have voted for number 2. He really did know the answers, I thought, to a lot of questions. But I think I heard him reply to a question of Don's that 2 men on 1 are allowed. Is that true? I was looking down at the time, and didn't he say that? Wasn't it number 2 that
he
said?
didn't. Number 2 answered that.
Yes,
Yes, he did. That's why.
It's not allowed in pro ball, but I think it is allowed in college ball. Is that right?
No, I don't think so. I don't.
Well, we can discuss that later, as soon as we find out something about these here now votes.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm the only one that voted for him. And I don't know how many are allowed.
You're probably the only one that plays football. Okay, let's see now. Which one of these 3 gentlemen is the lab technician turned singer? Will the real Adam Wade please stand up? Thank you very much, Adam. And incidentally, may I say to you, good luck at your engagement at the living room I think you started.
I did.
When did you open there?
I opened Monday night.
Well, best of good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Number 1, would you tell us your real name now and what you really do? You stay seated, if you will. You can be closer to the mic that way.
I'm Maurice Lewis. I'm a commercial artist and photographer in New York City.
Thank you, sir. And number 3, your real name and what you really do.
I'm Don Ramsey. I'm a makeup artist.
Short and to the point. Well, gentlemen, let's check over our score here and see how well we did. There were 1, 2, 3 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of $750 for married. Not bad. And, of course, on your way out, you'll find that there is a year's supply of Rise Instant Lather for each of you. Thanks for playing our game with us. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
And best of luck again. Good night. God bless you. ladies, may we have your special attention, because we are about to witness a situation that could happen to you.
Has this ever happened to your dress? Ruined by perspiration stains? No wonder women are asking, which deodorant protects best? For the complete, long-lasting protection you need against perspiration stains and odor, this demonstration proves which deodorant is most effective. We apply a roll-on deodorant to this hand and rub our cream deodorant into the other. This special light shows how long deodorant protection lasts. Any deodorant that washes away with water will surely be washed away by perspiration. Look, the roll-on is gone, but our cream deodorant is still there, giving complete, long-lasting protection. The cream deodorant used in this test is the totally new Arid cream deodorant, fortified with the new Perstop. New Arid is twice as effective as any roll-on or spray tested. Use daily. Arid stops perspiration stains, stops odor completely.
My son needs this.
This is Arid's great story, which may save you from a similar predicament. Now, panel, let's meet our next team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Joan Hunt.
What is your name, please?
My name is Joan Hunt.
What is your name, please?
My name is Joan Hunt.
Panel, will you follow along with your copies of this affidavit? I, Joan Hunt, am a dog breeder. In my kennels, I raise poodles and greyhounds. 60 of my 100 greyhounds are racing dogs. At the opening of the new Flagler dog track in Florida last week, I entered 4 dogs. All of them won. My greyhound, named Secret Session, is a world's record holder. Last year, in 1959, my racing dogs won over $100,000 in prize money. Signed, Joan Hunt. All right, panel, these 3 lovely ladies all claim to be one Joan Hunt, breeder of racing greyhounds. Let's begin this cross-examination with Don Amici. Don?
Thank you, Bud. Number 1, what is the name of the dog track in Hollywood, Florida?
Hollywood, the Biscayne.
Number 2?
Hollywood Park.
Number 2, what's the distance of a sprint race for dogs?
Of a sprint race?
That's right. Number 3?
550 yards.
Number 1, what's the distance of a sprint race for a dog?
550.
Number 2, what's the distance of a long race for a dog?
660 yards.
Number 1, what is a Dutch cut?
A Dutch cut?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Number 2.
June Lockhart.
How many seconds ahead of the race? Oh, number 1. How many seconds ahead of the of the race's start is the rabbit released?
Just a few seconds.
Number 2, please. Same question.
Oh, just a few seconds. It's always kept several seconds ahead of the dogs. However, the dogs have caught it in some races.
Number 3.
What happens? Do they just lie down when they kick it?
It's the biggest mess you've ever seen.
They appear before a Senate committee.
Oh, I see. Now you're talking full June on all our questions. All right, June, of all the
To investigate illegal rabbit catching.
I'm posted.
That was my time. Can I have 2 seconds of yours now?
Yes, because they already answered one of my
All
questions.
right, fine then.
Hurry up, quickly.
Where are greyhounds raced around this country, please? Number 3. Excuse me, where are greyhounds raced around this country?
In Florida, Massachusetts, Colorado, California.
Now we have to go to Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 3, who is Bob Trout?
Bob Trout? I'm afraid I don't know.
Can you tell?
Polly Berger.
Number 2, what's a caniche?
Well, a caniche is a French-born poodle.
Number 3, what's the height limit for a toy poodle?
10 inches in America.
Number 2, what is a Dutch cut?
Well, a Dutch clip is a clip that keeps the sort of Dutch pants on a poodle, and they're clipped in the back, and they have a full pant leg on all
Number
4
3,
legs.
who is Masterpiece?
He was a champion toy gray poodle.
Number 2, what happened to Masterpiece?
Well, he died. He was supposedly kidnapped.
You got too close a Dutch cut. All right, there we have it. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen of our panel, if you will, please, without consultation, mark your ballots. And in so doing, vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Mark your ballots, if you will, please.
Gee.
Is everyone marked?
No.
Quickly, I have to call.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
No? Hurry up.
Yeah.
All right, what did you vote?
Well, gee, it was a close, it's 2 or 3, and I know you won't let me vote for both of them. I know it's one or the other,
So?
which means it'll probably end up being number 1, but if it is, it's a cheat. I think it's number 2. For a minute, she almost floored me when she said Masterpiece died. Then she said he was believed to be kidnapped. I didn't know he died. I thought he was kidnapped. But anyway, it's number 3.
All right, Don?
I voted for number 1 because she answered all Tom Poston's questions.
June Lockhart, which one do you think is the real one?
And who is Bob Trout? I voted for number 3 because number 2 didn't know the length of a sprint race.
I forgot that.
Well,
And
no, she didn't really finish her answer.
also she had such a pretty dress on.
That's a good reason.
That's what I
Tom, which one do you like as the real one?
I voted for number 3. There it is, Bud, because June, voted for number 3, and she's a guest here today. And she better be right.
I like good sound reasons.
You think it's number 5, I think it's number 3 now.
Well, no, I said I did before, and I forgot to say.
All right, let's find out, shall we? Which one is the real one? Which of these ladies is the real breeder of racing greyhounds? Will the real Joan Hunt please stand up? Thank you very much. Number 1, would you tell us your real name and what you really do, please?
My name is Jean Weaver, and I have 2 children. I'm a housewife from Armonk, New York.
Full schedule for anyone. Number 2, your real name and what you do, please.
My name is Ann Harris, and I'm the secretary here in New York at the Men's Club.
Thank you. Good score there. In a way, you got 2 and 2. We had 2 for the right one and 2 for wrong ones. Therefore, $250 each. For the incorrect, you have a total of $500 from marriage. For you ladies, we thank you for being with us. Of course, you'll also receive a gift package of all of Carter's fine products. If you had fun, we did. It was a joy having you with us. Good night and good luck to you. Back in just a moment now after an important message about your health.
If you take laxatives regularly, here's how you can stop. This clinical report, prepared by 5 New York doctors, proves you can break the laxative habit and be regular again. 83% of the cases tested did it. Here's how.
You stop taking whatever you now take. Instead, every night for 1 week, take 2 Carter's pills. Second week, 1 each night. Third week, 1 every other night. Then nothing. Every day, drink plenty of liquids. Put yourself on schedule. 5 New York doctors prove this plan can break the laxative habit. How can Carter's plan help break the laxative habit? Because Carter's pills contain no habit-forming drugs. Instead, Carter's relieves irregularity with 2 natural vegetable ingredients. So when you feel sluggish, headachy, nervous, and need a laxative temporarily, take Carter's temporarily and don't get the laxative habit. Be regular again with Carter's pills, only 54 cents.
And Icon.
Little Richard.
Join us for a 5-hour event honoring the greats who graced the game show stage. Greats, continuing next on Buzzer.
Now, panel, let's meet our third.
What is your name, please?
My name is William W. Henderson.
What is your name, please?
My name is William W. Henderson.
What is your...
My name is William W. Henderson.
You will follow along with this third affidavit, panel. I, Sergeant William W. Henderson, am stationed at the Air Force School of Aviation, Brooks Air Force Base, as Chief Space Cabin Technician. My job is to and personnel on simulated space flights. I have participated in several experiments in... I also was the subject of a fatigue test which required me to stay in a one-man space 6 hours without sleep. Last week, another Air Force sergeant and I completed the test isolated in a small steel tank crammed full of equipment for 14 days. We lived on dehydrated space food. Our test duplicated as nearly as possible the conditions spacemen will encounter on a 2-week round trip to the moon. Signed, Sergeant William W. Three stalwart gentlemen this time, panel, all claiming to be Henderson, who participates in Air Force space experiment flights. Comfortably settled, gentlemen? Listeners here, so we'll start with Tom Poston.
Thank you, Bud. Number 3, do you know Scott's name in the comic strip Sky Masters?
No.
Number 1, where was your endurance test held, the 36-hour one?
Randolph Air Force Base.
Number 2, please, where was your endurance test held?
It was at Randolph, San Antonio, Texas.
Correct?
That's correct.
Where was one recent one held where the guy was in a capsule for a while?
Which number?
Sorry.
Well, there've been several people in capsules. Could you clarify? There's one up in Lake Michigan.
And what was his chief area of discomfort? He came out of the capsule, number 3, I'm sorry.
If you're speaking of Donnie Farrell, it was, well, lonesomeness was his problem.
All right. Johnny Farrell every time.
Polly Bergen, please.
I think that's funny. I think that's very sad.
I heard the bell, Tom, but I rang it. I'm sorry.
I really do.
Polly.
Number 1, where is that aviation at?
It's at Brooks Air Force Base at San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. Randolph Field?
Oh, it's not too near. It's about 20 miles.
And number 2, I don't know very much about weightlessness, but I saw a show on television when a man was in one of those new kind of fast space kind of, and it went out of control as he was going down. And at one point, his body weighed, so he couldn't lift. Could you tell me how much he weighed at that time?
Well, I don't know because I don't know his original weight, but I do know that it was about 5 Gs, which is about the body can.
What is 5 what?
5 Gs. That's five times his weight. His weight. That's what it is. Weight of gravity.
Donamici.
Would you wait a minute?
How long have these space experiments been going on?
For a little over 2 years.
Men are being trained to go into space.
Well, if you mean the astronauts, they're about.
Number 3, how long did you sleep after being that fatigue test of 36 hours?
Just the next day.
Number 1, how many hours did you sleep?
Oh, about 6 hours.
That's an ordinary night's sleep.
June?
How far away is the moon? How far away is the moon?
Approximately 176,000 miles.
Number 2, how far?
I think it's closer to 242,000.
Number 3, what is the normal heart?
120.
And the heart, is that heartbeat 20? Or I beg your pardon?
Yes, ma'am.
And the pulse?
120, same thing.
Here, telling you that the game is over and it's time to vote. So will you kindly mark your ballots as before? As before you're voting, number 1, number 2, or number 3. Everybody marked? They're all looking grim on this one.
Which are you about?
No, I don't know anything about heartbeats and pulses, and I was sure. Oh.
Donamici sitting between the two of you, that's probably his heartbeat.
120? Yes, I'd say that's a safe estimate, Bud.
Well, I was sure it was number 3 all along. I hesitated when he said 120 heartbeat, and I don't know anything about feeling heartbeats, so I'm probably wrong, but still vote for him anyway.
You can take Don's pulse while I'm at his vote is, Don.
I voted for number 2 because when I was, my last trip to the moon was 1,000 miles.
That's number 3.
You went the long way. June, what is
Well, I voted for number 1, of course, having not really known how far it is to the moon. The ringing bell?
No, it's all right. That's recording your vote. We have bells that have come from this show.
It's an adulation of the bell. And he just seemed to have a great deal of authority about the subject to me, and so I voted for number 1.
And Tom Pope.
Well, looky here. I didn't know how far away the moon was. I just had to take you know, regardless of, despite the disparagement there, I enjoyed his answers. I enjoyed his answers tremendously. And
well, isn't there any chance number 3 at all?
Yes.
You keep talking about the disparity between the distance. Gas number 3.
Well, the fellow I saw in the newsreel, he complained in the lake, you know, it came out that his legs were cramped. He didn't say anything about lonely.
If it is number 3, we got to have some new rules for the AMA.
That's right. Yeah, that's
I don't know. I still say sit in between the two of those ladies and it'll be...
Rotten.
All right. Let's find out now. Blood pressure and pulse of the country now with... Which one of these gentlemen is the real one? And to pick out the right one, we think nobody could do it better than spent those 2 weeks with him in the space capsule under simulated conditions. So here is his capsule companion, Force Sergeant Hobart Kraft with a normal heartbeat. To our show, would you do us the favor of selecting which one of these is the real Sergeant Henderson? And Sergeant Kraft, may I congratulate you for the fine job the men are doing out there in the Aviation School of Medicine. It's been a joy to have you. All right. Number 2, your name and what you really do, please.
Right. I think my name is Jack Summerfield, assistant station WGBH in Boston.
Thank you very much. Number 3, your real name and what you do, please.
My name is Jack McCurley. I'm a registered professional engineer, construction engineer with George A. Fuller's Company, Building Construction.
Thank you. And in checking the score, we find there were 2 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of arid, and of course, a year's supply of rice instant lather of each of you. Thank you, gentlemen, and safe flying in those spaces. And good luck. Now let's find out which pen is the pen that's dependable.
A paper-made pen right there. Dependable pen. In every writing test, it's the dependable.
Dependable. Yes, you can depend on a Papermate. Papermate is the pen that won't skip, even writes over butter. Papermate is the pen that's guaranteed, unconditionally. If your Papermate doesn't perform, we'll replace it. And only Papermate gives you a choice. 3 refills. Standard, famous piggyback with 2 points, 2 ink supplies. This refill with a jumbo ink supply. Look for this display of dependable Papermate pen at stores everywhere.
For dependable writing, take a tip. Look on the clip. Buy a guaranteed Papermate. It's a dependable pen.
Match. 2 great games
that game great together.
We're off and running. The Match Game Hour, weeknights at 10.
Buzzers salutes Shriners Hospitals for Children, providing life-changing care for children in